again. Special request time today is our glutes, backside, arse muscles. We're going to have a go at doing some quite intense strengtheners and some quite intense stretches. And the reason that we need to work on glutes is they have quite a lot of effect on the supporting area of the lumbar back, and sometimes if those aren't working and firing up terribly well or terribly often, other parts of this area start to take over instead and get a bit overworked and a bit tired and a bit achy. So it's important to keep glutes active and effective. So for our first glutes, we get to lie down again. Woohoo! So lie down, just give that spine a bit of an extension. Check that you've got some space in the spine line right up into the back of your neck, right down into the lumbar spine. And just take our 3 breaths again, just to come into place. Big inhale. Exhale it out. Feel your body deflate and go a bit softer into the mat. 2 more. Big inhale, fill up. Expand, open up space in all little nooks and crannies in your body. Exhale, release, deflate. 1 more. Inhale, bring in the new energy. Let go of all the rubbish. Let it all come out. All those waste products and stuff you don't need. Let it go. Okay, breathe natural. Breath can go off and do whatever it needs to now. We're going to do a bit of bum work. So we're going to start by just stepping your feet in fairly close so that you've got your shin bones vertical. And I'm just going to squeeze your bottom muscles. Put your hands around the side of your bum so you can feel when they switch on and they squeeze tighter. And then when they let go and you go a bit floppier and bigger in your backside. And squeeze and release and squeeze and release. Okay, switch them on. Squeeze. Tilt the tip of the tailbone. Imagine you've got a string touch the very base of the spine, that taily bony bit at the end. And then just pull the hips off the floor with the tailbone and just keep going up, squeezing your bottom muscles all the time. So we're lifting up. Now if you have your arms just relaxed across you, it means we're just working pretty much from the waist down. We're not using much of the upper body muscles here for this one today. So you can get higher with this in a bridge, but it becomes a little bit of a different thing. So squeeze. Now once you're up there, we're going to squeeze your bottom muscles a bit more. So squeeze hips higher, release them briefly. Squeeze hips higher, release them briefly. Squeeze hips higher, bum, 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 doing all the work. Release, come down through the spine. And relax, bottom soft. Okay, I'm going to have a little go at doing that again. But we're just going to do it one-sided. So we're going to bring the right foot up to the left knee area, so just above the bone of your ankle joint. Work the left side of your bottom, so put your left hand on the left side of your bum. Squeeze it on, switch it on. Navel softly heavy. Tailbone pulled up with a piece of string up off the floor. Keep working this left side of your bottom. Keep the hips as level as possible, not dropping down on one side. Good. We're going to squeeze those 3 pulses again. Squeeze left side more. 1 and a bit more. 2 and a bit more. 3 and then roll the spine down and relax that left side of your backside. Right side. Foot down. The foot up. Work this side, switch it on, squeeze it, navel drops down heavy, tip of tailbone, little piece of string on it, pulling it up off the mat. So you're planting this foot down nice and evenly. If it feels like you're only on your heel, your foot's too far away. If you feel like you're squeezing into your toes, your foot's too close. Bring it up. Okay, I'm going to squeeze this more. 1, squeeze it more. 2, hips nice and level. Squeeze it more. 3, back of neck long, chin soft. Try not to put the squeezing tension into your throat or collarbones. And then we roll the spine back down. Trying to keep the knee above the ankle. I didn't do very well there. I took it out to the side. So, note to self. Don't copy me. Do your own thing. Foot back down. Next, plant the left foot into the floor. Little switch on the back side. Straighten the leg up into the air. We're going to try and put a dirty great footprint on your ceiling. Up, 1. And a bit higher, 2. And a bit higher, 3. It's going to work the hamstrings a bit and back down. Same on the other side. Plant the foot, nice upright leg. Try not to let your knee drop out. Or watch mine. Good. And up. 3 more pulses. 1, 2, 3, and curl down. All right, we'll stretch that out. That's enough. Round and round. Round the other way. There's one more nasty one and then we'll stretch it out. Nasty one. Bottom switched on. Lift it off the mat. Peel it off the mat. So you're bringing the lowest part of your body off first and then bring it up here. Toes off the floor. Now you work your bottom muscles and your hamstrings. Now this might get your hamstrings a little bit crampy if they're not used to doing this strengthening very often. We're just going to have a little go at walking away. Slide them away. Bring them as far away to the end of the mat as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And bring them back. Try to keep your bum off the floor all the time. Good. And again, let's go again. Squeeze up. Backside muscles working. Inch the heels away. Slide them, walk them. Far end of your mat. And then bring them back in. Try and keep this all working all the time. And then relax. We're going to stretch that out. Bring your knees to your hands and roll round. Round one way. Round the other. I'm going to stretch this out by bringing this foot up to the thigh bone again. Bring the left foot off the floor and thread the right hand through the little triangle gap you've got there. Now you might not be able to quite reach this left leg. Give it a little pull in. We've done this stretch a bit longer in another video, so I'm not going to spend too long on it, but it's quite nice just to stretch it out that way. Left foot up. Bring it in. Reach your hands around the thigh, or if you need to put yoga belt around the thigh, if you need to do a little lean up to reach around the thigh. It depends on how stretchy your hips are and how long your arms are and how long your torso is. So just because you can't reach doesn't mean that you're not doing it right. It just means we've all got different proportions and different unique abilities. Bring that off. Good. And back down. So from here, we're going to do another cross leg stretch, and then we're going to try and do this with sitting up in a moment as well. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left, and this time your back of your right thigh is touching the front of your left thigh. And just bring your knees towards you and give them a bit of a hug in. So this might already stretch a little bit around here where we were doing those squeezes a moment ago. And then we're going to open up, probably both knees might need working up. We're trying to get a bit of a right angle here. Rather than a floppy foot, we're just going to try and open that up a bit. Now a little tummy crunch, navel in, breastbone rising, and work your hands towards your ankles. That's very tempting to drop your feet down towards you so that you can reach them more easily. But again, if you need to get a strap or a belt, you can wrap it around that ankle and hold onto the strap and give that strap a pull, just to help you reach that ankle. Now once you've reached your hands to your ankles, or you might even find you can reach your, got long arms and short legs, like me, I haven't got long arms, short legs, you might be able to get to the feet. Rest your head down on the floor or a block or a cushion so that you're not holding any tension here. Because you might have noticed already, we're getting quite a strong sensation in and around this area. So just going to pull that open. Pull, 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 pull. Take some good quality breaths here. Big inhale. Big exhale. You might be able to pull a little bit more. And again. Big inhale. Big exhale. Maybe pull a little bit more if those backside and leg muscles give a bit. And one more. Nice deep breath in. And out. So notice my ankles are fixed here. I'm not pulling on my feet and stretching the outsides of the ankles like that. The ankles aren't getting a stretch. If anything, they're getting a strengthener. They're holding in place. So make sure the stretch is about your backside and legs, not about overstretching the outsides of your ankles. We're going to go the other side. So cross the left leg over. thigh connected to thigh, knees come towards you, give them a bit of a hug to get yourself started. And then this floppy back leg, open it up, and the floppy ankles, fix them nice and steady. Reach towards your ankles or your heels, wherever you can get to. And if you again need to, put a belt around this leg that's probably the hardest to reach. And again, try not to put tension in your neck and jaw trying to reach. Do your best to rest your head on the floor, or again, if you need a bit of lift, if you need to rest your head here, get some cushions, blankets, blocks, anything, books, and just try and keep the tension out of your neck and jaw, because as I said, you've got plenty of sensation going on in and around your backside here. So just going to pull those feet out as if you're trying to take them out to show the soles of your feet to each side of the room there. And we take those good quality breaths now. Big inhale. Big exhale. Big inhale. Big exhale. Once more. Big inhale. Big exhale. Pull and release. 1, 2, breathe. I'm going to come on up and do a little bit of that in the sitting pose. Bring this right leg and rotate it and just have a go at stepping that front leg over. Now this might not work for all bodies. This might be a bit of a tight rotation here. So just work this as best you can, bringing this knee around in front of you. And then this second leg might just need to step in front here rather than all the way over here. So work this stretch for you, rotating here to get this little stretch under here, stepping this over to get this bit of a stretch here. And just sit where you are and take a moment. If you feel quite comfy in this and it's not an intensely uncomfortable stretch, and it doesn't feel like there's any pressure in the knees, you could do a little sit forward, that might stretch you a bit more. You could possibly take this knee a little bit more over so that you're starting to stack the knee joints, and maybe take a little stretch forwards. And if it feels really comfortable, you can take those feet out just like we were lying down a moment, and you're taking the feet out to the side of the room and bringing the upper body closer. So as you can see, you can kind of develop that one on from a good starting point and just feed the stretch in little by little as it becomes more comfortable. We'll do it on the other side just to give you a little reminder. So now the left leg, this is the first part of it, is getting this rotation here in that hip joint. So just rotating, getting this foot drop to the side, knee coming forwards, and possibly just stepping this right foot in front of your shins. That might be plenty stretch for you. Stay with it if it is. If there's a little bit more available to you today, you can step over and nudge this knee a bit more over. Make sure you're not sitting on that foot. If your bottom's on that foot, you're like, whoa, you're not down. So you need to keep this right side of your bum down. Good. And maybe a little hug forward again. Try and keep nice and level. If you feel like you're going to go to one side, just stabilize so that you're not too wonky. And then back. Again, if this is working for you, you could just take that knee a little bit further over. And a little forward lean. Breathe. And then if it's really stretchy around this hip area and upper thigh area, you could take the feet out to the side, knee over knee, fix the ankles. Again, a bit like we did lying down just now. It's a similar pose, but we're just in a different orientation. And a little lean forwards. Big inhale, exhale. And release. Unravel your legs. Bring them back into the middle. Give yourself a little hug. We'll close that little set.